Callias and Reese, thanks for listening. A lot must go on in the lives of those around me to prompt a speech such as this one. However, in this instance, I'm not even sure a speech like this is quite enough. One of my closest friends, Red, has completed one of his lifelong dreams and become the regional champion of Pokemon training in Kanto. This has been a difficult journey for him and his team, and I'd like to take a minute to talk about how he got where he is. Being raised by a single mother, Red was already lacking something that the rest of us may take for granted. However, he found a sort of surrogate father figure in the form of Professor Samuel Oak from Pallet Town. Oak's grandson, Blue, even served as a sort of brother figure to Red, complete with a sibling rivalry. Everything in Red's childhood was pointing him towards a career in Pokemon training, and sure enough, when he got out on his own, Professor Oak gifted him a Charmander, and Red set out to find his fortune in the competitive Pokemon training league. However, from the moment he entered the wider world, Red experienced the harsh realities of Pokemon training. He was constantly forfeiting matches to get more urgent medical care to the Pokemon in his party when they were injured. However, this compassion towards his Pokemon, something that few trainers possess, allowed him to get an unbreakable bond with each member of his party, which allowed him to push them to train even harder and become even stronger. He and his Pokemon traveled around Kanto, defeating gym leaders, and sometimes sleeping in the woods or on the streets in order to minimize their living expenses. They made many friends and many enemies, and even helped take down a paramilitary organization. At the end of their trials, the only things between Red and the championship were the Elite Four, some of the best trainers in Kanto, and the other main competitor for the championship seat. Red managed to sweep the Elite Four using his unique training style with high precision and high power. The only thing that stood then was the other champion, which just so happened to be his old friend from Pallet Town, Blue. Blue had also managed to sweep his way through the competitive circuit using a uniquely aggressive training style. The two friends shook hands and pitted their teams against each other to see who would come out on top, and it just so happens that Red walked away with the crown and became the youngest Pokemon champion in Kanto history. Red was able to win the championship due to his high levels of compassion and willingness to help. Not only was he allowed to get higher bonds with his Pokemon, and stronger Pokemon at that, but he managed to make a lot of friends along the way that could help him out of tough fixes. So I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge not just the regional champion, but one of the kindest peoples I've had the pleasure of meeting. One of the very best, like no one ever was. Thank you.